today we are out here at Holley LS Fest West. There's some drag racing going on right here at the strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, as well as we have the Holley LS Fest Drift event going on right now. I believe this is top 32 qualifying. I'm going to try to get some action of not only drifting, but some of the drag racing as well. So if you like LS-based vehicles, drifting or drag racing, make sure you keep watching. Livery. And there's even more cars coming up for practice. There's actually a lot more cars out here than I thought. Obviously there's a top 32, so yeah. For some reason I was like, oh, there's probably 20 or something cars like that. 20 or something cars like that. And obviously there's a top 32, so I was wrong. These guys are killing it. The weather's fucking awesome out here. I will keep you guys posted on more drift content, so stay tuned.
Corvette goes 1170 at 118 miles an hour. Spectator, the GTO, 1196 at 123. And that's Jerry Contreras and Thomas West. Contreras to the Corvette. And unfortunately, the Honda.
So those of you who either know me personally or have been following the channel for a bit know that I grew up drag racing and just found drifting recently, which I'm really enjoying. And here's the thing, I've been here for about 20 minutes total. That's a drift car on the track. Been here for about 20 minutes total, and the drag strip's already had 2 oil downs. Now, I love drag racing. It will always be near and dear to my heart. But the fact that there is so much sit around and wait to make one very short pass and not really get to enjoy your vehicle all that much is truly disheartening. Although, like I said, love drag racing, I always will. I'll always be, I won't even say be torn between the two. I will always do the two, but that's why. Been here 20 minutes. Drag track's already had 2 oil downs. They're cleaning up again. And actually, I don't even want to say 2 oil downs. They were finishing up, cleaning up an oil down when I first got here. So back to the drift track now. So the setup is this. So we have the strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway here. This is normally like a pit area, but because they have it turned into the drift track, you have drag strip here. Their pit area is kind of way back there. Then you have drift track here, and then drift and vending area over there. So it's a really solid setup. If you've never been out here before, it's a dope event, and there is a lot of people here. Good shit. Another interesting observation is that in the drag strip, there's tons of bleachers, seating, etc., and there's maybe 100 people in there. The drift track is standing room only. You can't really see over there. Standing room only. They have a couple little bleachers, but there's, I mean, even here, look at all these people here. There's a minimum of 1,000 plus people out here watching it. The crowd's a little bit younger, and there's no women in there. There's women out here. So if you're a single dude, that matters. However, I know, especially like on Instagram, the drifting content will get a lot of hate. But where's the love for drag racing if the drifting is getting hate? That's always my question there. So many people hate drifting. How come every time I come to an event, drifting has the most spectators? the donut pit. Fucking packed with people. Now we know why sideshows and all that other bullshit are so popular. And if you think I was joking about this donut pit crowd, look at all the people. That is just the donut pit. There's more people watching the donut pit than there is watching drifting and drag racing combined. I'm very curious to hear what you guys think that means about car culture in general. Leave a comment below. I'm curious. LS Fest on it's actually the third day, so Sunday. And I thought there was going to be a lot more going on today, but there's not. So there's some open drift practice in a little bit. It is about 1 p.m. right now. They're actually coming up on the drag racing finals here in just a few minutes. Now, I didn't know what classes they were drag racing here, so it's probably my fault just for not looking it up. But I assumed that especially because there's so many LS-based race cars in this country, that there was going to be something similar to like small tire. If you guys are familiar with that, 28.5-inch tire, X275, that kind of stuff. I thought there was going to be something similar to that, but the only things I've seen so far as classes, or at least heard them call and watch go down the track this morning so far, has been they had a truck, like an SUV class, they had a street class, and then in the street class was like daily driver type stuff, so a lot of 11, 12-second vehicles. The truck class had a couple of quick trucks in there, and then there was a 550 index class. And so apart from that, and it's weird because like certain classes are making 1/8 mile hits, certain classes are making 1/4 mile hits. I didn't really know what's going on. So yeah, and right now I just went and looked up. I'm at the very top now, if you can see tracks down there. So I'm at the very top, sitting up here just under the shade, and I went and looked over the fence here a minute ago, and there's a lot of cars leaving the property. I know there's only a burnout contest. Like I said, there's a bit of a drift practice or open drift track later. But yeah, not a lot going on here today. If something else cool happens, I will definitely record it and throw it into the video. But if it doesn't, I hope you guys enjoyed what you've seen so far. Leave any comments if you saw me out here. I'm on Instagram. It's the same handle as this, so at Uncle Drift. Connect with me there. And I hope you guys had a great day, great weekend. Later. I said 28.5, 28, 10, 50. You guys know what I'm talking about. Basically, small tire class cars. Like I said, there's a lot of just all over the country, but specifically here, the West Coast, if you're into drag racing, the West Coast right now is not really where it's at for drag racing. Obviously there's some fast cars out here, but the scene, so to speak, is not great. Now here in Las Vegas, there are quite a few fast small tire cars, but if they didn't have a class to race in, obviously they're not going to come out. There is a guy here locally that owns a shop, Frank Yee. He's got a few really fast vehicles, and he's been out here racing the index class. So the fact that he didn't have his small tire car out here, I think he runs small tire car out here, which is like a chassis New Edge Mustang with LS powered Mustang. Badass ride. But since he doesn't have that out here, I'd imagine that there probably wasn't a class for that stuff. So yeah, unfortunate nonetheless. I was hoping to see some more cool drag racing today. I kind of just walked around the property yesterday, watched some of the drifting stuff, The burnout pit, like I said, had the most people at it, which was very strange to me, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe that's what people are into. That's why sideshows and all that shit are so popular. That's not my thing, but to each their own. I think it gives the car scene a bad name and a bad rap. Makes your local law enforcement not like cars, especially if they don't know anything about vehicles, which most don't unless you're in this scene. You don't really know a whole lot about cars, so you can't tell the difference between someone who's going to the track and racing legally, or at least doing smart shit, right? Rather than shutting down intersections and putting people in danger and ended up in fucking gunfights and the rest of the nonsense that goes on there. So, yeah, interesting to see nonetheless.